A nude woman reclining on a bed and exhibiting an unapologetic confrontational gaze, exactly like Olympia by Edward Manet. The same woman, identically posed but dressed up, hangs together side by side in the Prado Museum, Spain. I am talking about the nude Maja and the clothed Maja, created by Francisco Goya around 1800. What could have prompted Goya to paint the clothed version of the naked Maja? Before we delve into the possible speculations of Goya's censorship act, let's flash back to his childhood. Francisco Goya was born in Aragon, Spain in 1746. At the age of 14, he worked under the Spanish painter José Lozan in Italy. Later, he moved to Madrid and became a court painter to the Spanish crown. Goya earned commissions from the highest Spanish nobility. His early career was marked with portraits of his patrons, composing tapestry cartoons and illustrating dramatic landscapes and bright shades of colors with music and dance for Charles III of Spain and Charles IV of Spain. In 1793, he was diagnosed with severe illness that left him deaf, and it immensely impacted his later artworks. Moreover, the political turmoil and Napoleon invading Spain broke his normal line of thoughts, and that was reflected on his canvas. An ancient crone grins ghoulishly over a bowl of food. A drowning dog lost in an unidentifiable mass, and the most disturbing out of them is the demonic figure with protruding eyes swallowing the body of his own child. Between 1819 to 1823, he illustrated a series of these dark and disturbing artworks known as black paintings that were discovered 50 years later from his country house in the outskirts of Madrid. These paintings are now housed in the Prado Museum. Teresa Vega, an art historian who leads guided tours in the Prado Museum, says, "Some people can hardly even look at these paintings. I have had plenty of clients who didn't like them at all, but when they walk in, they are always surprised. I don't think I have seen a visitor whose expression hasn't changed. Even a yawning teenager will wake up when they see them." But the truth is, these paintings were a reflection of Goya's state of mind in those troubled times, a portrayal of his fear of insanity and bleak outlook towards humanity. Now, coming back to the possible reasons behind the clothed version of the naked Maja, the term Maja refers to the lower class Spanish belles, including prostitutes. The identity of the model in the composition is debatable, but many believed the woman resembled different models. Although there are multiple narratives behind Goya's intentions of painting the clothed Maja, but here are the ones that seem credible to me. Number 1. The Spanish Inquisition was against nudity. The Council of Trent launched the fig leaf campaign in the late 16th century. The naked idols that symbolized purity in ancient Rome were seen as immodest and immoral when the Counter-Reformation took over the Vatican. Hence, all the ancient nude sculptures came under this censorship act, and metal fig leaves were carefully placed to cover their genitals. The propaganda spread all across Europe, and the ecclesiastical authorities in Spain began confiscating nude artworks that apparently were indecent and prejudicial to the public good. Goya's The Naked Maja came into spotlight and was confiscated. He was summoned on the charge of moral depravity and was asked as to why he created the paintings, at whose request, and what inspired him. Although the answers do not survive, other revelations came into the picture. It was found that Goya emulated Velázquez's Rokeby Venus. As this was a mythological painting portraying Venus, the inquisitors did not find anything objectionable in it, but the naked Maja might have portrayed a Spanish prostitute, and the painting was considered indecent. While the tribunal released Goya and accepted that he emulated a Velázquez painting, this incident might have triggered Goya to paint the clothed version and avoid the wrath of the church. Number 2. Goya could have been inspired by another painting. Juan Carino de Miranda became the default court painter to Charles II after the death of great Diego Velázquez. Charles II of Spain suffered illness all his life. In 1680, during his reign, he commissioned 2 paintings of a girl, Eugenia Martinez Vallejo, who at age 6 weighed more than 150 pounds and likely suffered from hypercortisolism. She was paraded in court gatherings and celebrations. Before her paintings, The Clothed Monster and The Naked Monster moved to Prado Museum. They were hung in the royal residence for more than 150 years when Goya was the court painter to King Charles IV. It seems The Clothed Monster and The Naked Monster might have galvanized Goya, and he originally intended to create the Maha paintings in pairs and hang them side by side. Number 3. The patron might have demanded the clothed version. Manuel Godoy, the first Secretary of State of Spain, could have commissioned the naked Maja to hang in his private collection of nude paintings. The model shown in the painting was probably Godoy's mistress, Pepita Tudo. Godoy might have asked Goya to have the clothed version, and so Goya followed what his patron desired. Was it the church who forced Goya to compose the clothed version, or was it his original idea to create the Maha in pair? We would never know the answer. But the nude Maha became a renowned painting for exuding reality and revealing the straightforward and unashamed gaze of the model towards the viewer. Goya became one of the rare artists in historical art who composed a wide range of paintings, from exuberant, dramatic, jolly artworks to grotesque and disturbing paintings towards the end of his life. If you like my work, hit the bell icon and subscribe to my channel Frame of Reference, where I upload weekly videos on art, culture and history. If you like this video, please consider donating to me on Patreon, and thanks to all my active patrons. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, and this would mean the world to me.